What's up? Yeah, today's the day. It's like our Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Will.
It really is. This is the most important day of our lives.
Of our lives,
Yes.
Welcome, everybody, to the most important day of our lives. This is the beginning of the next 10 years.
Yeah.
Really.
It really, yeah.
Hi. Today was the switch to, what do you call it?
I don't know, because it's not the reveal.
It's not a reveal. It's
Showcase?
like an info showcase.
Is that the one we're going with?
We got an ass ton more information about the Switch 2 today.
We got basically everything we want to know about it. Some things we wanted to know about it that weren't said in the show, but we got later.
Yeah. I watched this was the best direct I've seen in a really long time, and it is something they will not be able to top for a really long time.
Yeah.
And then all the news happened after.
That kind of ruined it.
Ruined a decent chunk of it. But that's why the direct was so good.
Yeah.
Because they left out a lot of key information that they knew would make people upset. For the most part, I'm actually very pleased with the hardware that they showed off and what it seems to be capable of and what we're going to get in our hands when this thing launches.
Yeah.
So I was very happy coming out of it. The thing that is the most disappointing is the nickel and diming and the price of a lot of stuff.
Yes.
We're going to get into every single little thing.
Yes.
There's a lot of things. I posted a video today. I talked about a lot of things. We're going to talk about even more things.
Yes.
We got 2 hours.
Yes.
In these damn seats.
Yeah.
Anyway, did you all see the new cartridge thing? Oh yeah. I didn't see that before my video.
We're trust me, that's all part of this.
It's all part of it. Everything.
Listen, you're gonna ask, hey, did you see this? It's gonna be in the show notes. I put every single possible thing about the Switch 2 that I could in the show notes. So if we miss something, please tell us at the end and we will circle back to it.
Yes, there is a lot to talk about.
Yes.
Before we get into that, though, we're going to thank people. Jeffrey Sorensen for the 43 months. Lord Norajay with the 13 months. Nintendo announced Switch 2. Also Nintendo. Enjoy this instruction manual as a paid eShop download. Oh, we'll get into that. And it turns out it is difficult to share your excitement for the Switch 2 with a younger 17-year-old brother when he doesn't know what a console generation is. That's a good point.
Yeah.
And wants to know why my Switch 1 isn't good enough when it plays Fortnite. Well, this one will hopefully play Fortnite better.
Yeah.
I guess, like, if you're born in the very beginning of a console generation, you're gonna,
Yeah, but
if you're born, like, in the middle of a console generation, you're only gonna really know one console because you'll know the next you know what I mean?
Well, he's saying his brother's 17.
Yeah.
So he knows at least
10 years ago was the Switch. Yeah.
Yeah, so he
Well,
knows.
not really. He'll become sentient when the Switch 2 when the Switch 1 happens.
Right.
So all he really knows is the Switch 1.
I guess, yeah.
Underscore, thanks for the 85 months. Happy Switch Day, thank you. WULFF damn it with the 58 months. More like Switch poo, am I right?
You get it? You get it because it rhymes. It's funny. Poo. Poo is funny.
Are you more... Were you happy with what you saw today? Like, do you want to switch to?
In general, like, what I saw, I liked.
Okay.
I do want to switch to. I do not think it is going to be a year one purchase for me, though.
Yeah.
We'll get
a lot of people feel that.
We'll
way.
get to that when we get to the pricing and everything.
Okay.
Like, it's tempting for sure, but I just don't know if it's like tempting enough for me to make the plunge.
Okay.
That's where I'm at.
Surfeit with the 5 months. Salutations. Garrison with the 17 months. I want my Wind Waker on physical. There's a lot of physical issues.
Yeah.
Fried Biscuits, thanks for the 4 months. 1995 Hobby, thanks for 29 months. And BA, thanks for the 2 months. Also, anybody on YouTube? No. All right. Fire in because we have to do a podcast.
We do have to do a podcast.
Let's get this show over with.
All right. Real quick, PlayStation Plus games for the month of April: RoboCop, Rogue City, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and Digimon Story, Cyber Sleuth. All available now. Go get those if you're a PlayStation person.
Did people like the Cyber Sleuth? I think people liked Cyber Sleuth.
I think Cyber Sleuth was the one people liked. I don't know. I know people enjoyed RoboCop.
Yeah, I've been wanting to try that.
It's in your Steam family library because I got it on super duper sale.
Okay.
So
I'll do that then. All right. Now,
All right,
that-
now
if you got
for- now
PlayStation
for
Plus, you
real.
got free games.
Yes.
But also, I think Chibi Robo with Nintendo Switch Online.
That's coming. That's a GameCube title.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought. Okay, never mind.
All right, let's just get into it.
Switch 2.
Switch 2. It is
Switch 2.
Switch 2. It is coming. It was like
June
8 years ago.
5th.
June 5th of this year, we are getting the Switch 2. The next evolution of the Nintendo Switch system is here, bringing games to life with a larger 1080p screen, or connect to a TV and play an up to 4K resolution. Support for HDR, VRR, and frame rates up to 120 frames per second lets you enjoy vivid color, clarity, and smooth gameplay. Snap the new Joy-Con 2 controllers into place with magnetic connectors. Each controller can even be used as a mouse in compatible games. Experience new exclusive games like Mario Kart World only on Switch 2. Plus, you can enjoy compatible games from your Switch 1 library.
So I actually had to refer to this website while I was making my video because I talked about variable refresh rate, and they didn't say anything about variable refresh rate in the stream.
Not explicitly, no.
They said up to 120 frames per second.
Yeah.
And they said smooth gameplay. And when I
Yeah.
saw smooth gameplay, I was like, they mean variable refresh rate.
Right.
And why else would you have a 120 hertz screen? And then I went on the website and they explicitly mentioned variable refresh rate.
Nintendo's one of those companies where, like, they don't get super technical.
Yeah, because they know people don't care.
Exactly.
Most people who are buying a Nintendo product
as, like,
do not
simple as possible.
care. Yeah.
Apple does like a similar thing, but like Apple gives it like an Apple name. Like they wouldn't call it variable refresh rate.
They
They'll
would
call
call it
like,
promotion.
Exactly.
They do call it that.
Exactly.
I actually saw that. I think Quinn, Snazzy Labs tweeted that today.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were commenting shit to him.
Yeah.
Like, as if he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Right.
Like, no, promotion literally is
Yeah.
variable refresh rate. Or it's literally what Nintendo's doing here.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's really cool. I would never in a million years have expected 120 hertz screen.
Yeah, like,
except for last week when I made a whole video
Right.
about 120
Well,
hertz,
like,
double down on Nintendo doing it by putting a Switch in the thumbnail.
well, as we'll see when we like go more and more into this, like Nintendo, like if history has taught us anything, they are behind the curve in terms of technology, and that's worked for them. Like they've never needed like the latest and greatest to make like good games, and even to make like, you know, modern games work well on their hardware. But now we're starting to see them push into like, I guess, a more powerful era with like a much more powerful, much more capable device. So in a way, this is them like keeping up with the Joneses, so to speak, in a way they haven't done in like 20 years.
Yeah. So Nintendo usually is behind. This I want to make it clear, this is still not the forefront of technology.
No.
It's farther than I would have expected Nintendo
Yes.
to go, but it is still nothing revolutionary here. It's like Apple. It's a lot of pieces from other devices that already exist all thrown together and hopefully polished a little bit.
Right. But to me, it just looks like they are pushing more towards like
Yeah.
the 21st century than they ever have.
Yeah. We have so many devices that are capable of 1080p to 120 hertz. We have devices that are capable of being plugged in 4K 60, you know, plugged into a TV. So that's not very special at all. We have devices that could probably do it a lot better.
Right.
But they don't have Mario Kart.
Yes.
And they don't have Donkey Kong Bonanza.
And what else they don't have? Nintendo invented a brand new technology. Game chat.
Yeah, we know what the C button is.
It's just do you remember that?
This is the thing. It's like Nintendo just discovered what's been around
remember-
for centuries.
Where are my Futurama fans at in the chat? Do you remember the episode when they take Fry like into the internet, like the virtual reality internet, and then they say to him, you know, these days, Fry, we have a game that's played entirely on video. We call it a video game. That's what this reminds me of. It's like, hey, we have a way to chat with your friends while you play a game. It's called game chat.
It's pretty disappointing that it's a whole button.
No, the fact that there's a button that you press in order to like enter chat with your friends, that's not disappointing. What's disappointing is that it took Nintendo this long to do something that every other system can do normally.
What makes it disappointing? Well, we should be excited now that they've joined everybody else.
Yeah.
What's disappointing is that it's a button that I will never use. I'm
I
never
know.
touching that button.
It's a
There's
button.
no reason for me to chat on my Nintendo Switch.
Again, like that button isn't for you. It's for, you know, the more casual plebeian.
Yeah, everybody I'm ever gonna play a game with is gonna have Discord,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna play that way. You know, and this is just essential. This is just a shitty Discord.
Right.
This is just a tablet version of Discord.
It's honestly, it's a very shitty Discord.
It looks really bad.
I hope, like, if you saw the video, you know, like it lags, it chugs, like the frame rate dips left and right. I hope that's just beta footage and it gets smoothed out.
They wouldn't. They wouldn't let it look like that if they were gonna change it.
I guess.
It's like amazing that this made it in the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
Discord is like that too when you have a bunch of different players. Or you're watching a bunch of different streams at once. It'll make them really low quality so that they don't, you know, so you have less bandwidth clog in the but here they pull one up full screen and it still looks like trash.
Yeah.
But again, this is not like one of the features I'm ever really gonna touch.
Right.
I see the value in it though. Like PlayStation has something similar where you could see another person's gameplay. Like you can basically just stream for a friend and they can help you win the game or whatever. And that could be useful here too.
But again, just the fact that it's built-in voice chat. You know, there's a mic on the system itself. You know, so they thought about it and they incorporated it into the system, which they've never done before.
That's another thing that was interesting. I was expecting there to also be a mic in the Joy-Con.
Right.
But because then if you're playing on your couch, how are you supposed to talk if the Switch is so far away? The mic is on the Switch. They're claiming that they could filter. They have a directional microphone that can filter out any noise and just get your voice in it. I'd imagine it. I mean, I've used tools that do a really good job of filtering out noise and just getting someone's voice. So I'd imagine it would probably do a pretty decent job. I don't know if Nintendo's capable of doing that good of a job, but
I don't know.
We'll see.
Not to get too far ahead, but the Pro Control, the new Pro Controller they revealed, does have a headphone jack.
I didn't see that.
Yes.
I saw the big deal with the new Pro Controller is the C button.
Yes. But it has a headphone jack that supports a 4-pole plug. So, yeah, I don't know what the fourth one is.
Oh, the three. That's
the 3-ring.
3-ring.
Yeah. So 4 sections.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that'll support mic'd headset.
Right. Okay. That's really cool.
But we'll get to that when we get to accessories, including the camera that they showed off for there. If we go down,
isn't that all the accessories?
There's more.
Okay.
There's a whole page of accessories.
Okay.
That they have. Back to the main page. They showed the screen on the Switch itself is 7.9 inches. It's a high definition LCD display. Supports HDR, VVR, 120 frames per second.
HDR is gonna be interesting because it is just an LCD screen, so I can't imagine the HDR being like amazing. But it's capable of it.
I mean,
the big deal is the smooth motion.
Yeah.
And it's twice the resolution.
That's going to be more impactful than like a high resolution number.
I'm totally fine with LCD if it's got variable refresh rate. I'm very, very happy with that.
New dock for the Switch 2 to connect to your TV.
This dock has a fan in it.
Yes. It's got to be powered in some way. That's probably the only way they can get it up to 4K. You know?
I don't. So that's the thing. I still think this dock has nothing in it.
Okay.
The only thing it's got is a fan.
Right.
Just like how you plug a Steam Deck into a TV and you can do 4K.
Yeah.
Like this thing, and just like a Switch, it goes from 720p to 1080p when you plug a regular Switch in. It's just working harder because it could be plugged in and it doesn't have to worry about draining the battery. But it probably runs pretty hot, so putting a fan in there isn't a bad idea. I'm interested to see how effective the fan is because my understanding is just slapping one of those intercoolers onto the side of a dock doesn't really do anything.
Yeah.
So this seems like it's just blowing air onto the back of it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. I'd imagine the Switch isn't getting very hot anyway because they usually underclock all their shit anyway.
Yeah. All right.
Just to be safe.
Next up, brand new kickstand. Yay. for all you tabletop fans out there.
It looks fine and effective.
Yes. They do show off here the USB-C port on the top and the bottom. Both ports can be used to charge the device.
Yep. And I wasn't expecting this, but it seems like the reason why there's a top USB-C port is for the goddamn webcam.
Here they show how the controllers work. They are magnetic. They do snap on from the side, and there's a quick release button to release the Joy-Cons from the system.
Okay.
Next up, the mouse. They are mice. You can use the Joy-Cons as mice in select compatible games.
Yeah, and it looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm into it. I didn't realize this. They showed it in Metroid.
Yeah.
Using it in Metroid.
That's got to be
very
something.
interested to try that because I play at my desk. So
yeah,
I'm interested to see how that works.
All right. And the last thing they show off here at the bottom of the screen is the camera. I think it's just called the webcam.
Nintendo Switch 2 camera.
Yeah.
I hate this thing.
So, you can use.
I do not want this.
You can use just a regular webcam.
Really?
Yeah. Like it has software on it that can check for compatibility.
Okay.
But as long as it connects to via USB-C, it should be able to like register.
All right. So
there you go.
Capture card into a cinema camera.
Yeah.
That's great. If it works with any webcam, that's great.
Yeah.
I was interested because it doesn't seem like there's any game compatibility whatsoever with the webcam. It seems like it's just the game chat.
Well, no, they showed Mario Party Jamboree upgrade. Webcam footage.
But it just has your like face hovering over the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't it's not like an iToy.
No, it's not like an iToy
or a Kinect or anything.
Yeah. But I mean, it's a way to incorporate the camera into gameplay in a way.
I just don't understand why they didn't put a camera on the device itself. It's not expensive to do that. It's just it's a tablet. Every tablet has.
I'm sure they got some
front-facing camera.
Because they're still Nintendo. They're still a privacy-focused company. They don't want kids looking at the camera.
They're the guys.
I know.
They're the guys who are controlling it.
So I don't know. I'm sure they have their reason.
They showed mini games that use the camera.
Yeah.
They showed games that require your whole body.
Yeah, they show full
in the camera. Well, what do you do in the game?
I don't know.
Some mini games that registered specific body movements from the camera. Okay, I didn't see this.
I don't think it's Kinect's level of registration though.
I gotta try.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll do that. I will just mention that. So all this game chat stuff that they're really excited about that they invented, it is part of your Nintendo Switch Online membership. So you can't just use it. However, until March 31st of next year, game chat can be used without a Switch Online membership. Afterwards, a Nintendo Switch membership will be required to use game chat.
So I didn't realize this about that.
What?
I was watching a Jackson stream, and he mentioned that after that time, that button just won't do anything if you don't have Nintendo Switch Online.
Yeah.
You'll hit the button and it'll be like, please insert your credit card.
Yeah.
So you'll have a whole button. It's a paid button.
Yeah.
Which is a little, that's just a little ridiculous, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. The Mario Party Jamboree with the upgrade.
Yeah. Yep.
And there you are.
You come up from the warp pipe.
But do you actually do anything?
I don't know. I don't know if
I feel like no. I feel like it's just it just has your little stupid head in the game. Yeah, this is just a regular Mario Party.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like a Kinect style thing.
Yeah,
I don't toy style thing.
I don't think it's that heavy duty.
Right.
So
as of right now, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe there's more we're missing.
Doesn't look like it. Oh, wait. I think they're gonna hit a question block. I guess we can also talk about the game upgrades, or is that?
That's in a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is it. They're hitting question blocks.
Okay. Ooh.
It was like it's like in a montage.
All right. So next we got, of course, improved graphical performance, improved sound, and 3D spatial audio. That's a new thing.
Yeah, they did make a a little bit of a big deal about the audio.
Yeah.
Which I guess is fine, because like I kind of tuned out a little bit, but thinking about all these other handhelds and how horrible some of their speakers are, it's probably worth mentioning.
Yeah. Comes standard with 256 gigs of internal storage. That is 8 times the capacity of the original Nintendo Switch.
Yes.
Yes. That is, that may not seem like a lot, but that's still pretty good.
I mean, it's good considering Nintendo is usually really good at compressing their games.
Yes.
So everything's really tiny, but it's really not a lot.
Yeah.
You're probably going to need an SD card.
But not just any micro SD card. The Switch 2 only works with micro SD Express cards. Those are specific, extra powerful cards that read and write data faster. So and they are
more money.
More money.
So there's not many out there.
No.
Your options are SanDisk and Lexar.
Yeah.
And Lexar. And Lexar has 1 terabyte.
Yeah, for $200.
It's $200 goddamn dollars.
So on the Nintendo's website, they show a Samsung SD card, a Mario branded Samsung SD card. So I guess Samsung is now making them, but only for Nintendo
it says
Switch.
EX on it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And how big is it?
256.
Yeah, they seem to cap out at 256 except for the Lexar one, which is $200 goddamn dollars.
Yeah.
And I'm what am I paying $200 for a Lexar?
Yeah.
What
No,
am I,
thank
poor?
you. Yeah.
I'm not poor because I'm buying a $200.
Okay. In addition to Switch 2 exclusive games, the Switch 2 can also play compatible Nintendo Switch games.
Yay.
Yay.
Now, that's
we
scary.
knew this. Right?
When the way that they talk about it is scary. Like I'm imagining that almost every Switch 1 game will be on the Switch 2, but the way that they're explaining it, they keep saying compatible Switch 2 games or games that are available.
Well, the next link that's the end of the page. The next link is we talk about the games.
Okay.
So let's get right into the games. All right. There's 3 types of games. Actually, technically, there's 4 types of games that you can play on Switch 2. They highlight 3. They say Switch 2 original games, Switch 1 games, and Switch 1 games with a Switch 2 mode. Like the upgrade.
Is it the upgrade or is it? Do I have to pay for it?
Probably.
Okay. That's the because there's. All right, go.
All right. Of course, they showed off Super Mario Kart World. Their brand new Mario Kart game is open world this time. That's actually kind of cool.
Actually, that seems really cool.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'm excited about. With this game.
Donkey Kong Bonanza. That was their big capper at the end of the show.
So I don't like Donkey Kong games.
Yeah.
This just looks like Mario Odyssey with Donkey Kong, so I might actually like this.
I honestly thought, like, when I saw the trailer opening, like, this looks like Mario Odyssey. Then I saw Donkey Kong. I'm like, is this Donkey Kong Odyssey?
Yeah.
Like, they could have called it Donkey Kong Odyssey, and it would have made sense.
Yeah, I thought it was Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
And then they hovered on like a world for a little too long, and I was like, those aren't coins. Those are something stupid. And it turned out to be this.
Yeah.
But it looks good.
Yeah. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, the Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
So yes, this is kind of nuts.
Yeah.
It looks really, really good. And this was another thing that kind of knocked my socks off was they showed off a quality and performance option.
Yeah.
So you can choose between well, first of all, you can play with a goddamn mouse.
Yeah.
But you could choose between quality 4K 60 frames per second.
Yeah.
Or performance 1080p 120 frames per second.
Tell me you're a Western developed Nintendo game without telling me you're a Western developed Nintendo game. Like, there's no way Nintendo of Japan would have ever done anything like that.
Or thought that, they would have stopped at 60 and been happy with it.
Yeah. I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, I having the option is really cool.
Yeah.
Having a first-party Nintendo game that can reach 120 frames is insane. I think I think this game looks really good, and I think it's gonna be stable.
Yeah.
I would be surprised if we're getting 4K 60 the whole time, or 100 or 1080p 120 the whole time.
Especially because, like, it makes me wonder, like, what is this running on Switch 1?
Yeah, fucking dog shit. It's gonna be 720p 30 or less.
Yeah.
Than that. For sure.
Kirby Air Riders, the long-awaited sequel to the GameCube game nobody liked. But this one's being directed by Sakurai.
Did nobody like it?
I don't remember anybody liking that game.
I thought this was Smash because they were talking. This was another like one of the big things at the end, and this looks like this looks like the last Smash trailer.
Yeah,
with Kirby flying around.
Well, I mean, Kirby's Sakurai's guy, so
that's why it is developed by Sakurai. Yeah. So I mean, I'm sure it'll be good.
Yeah.
But still, I was a little disappointed because I thought it was Smash Bros.
Yeah. Drag X Drive. Get ready for a whole new sports game using the Joy-Con 2 mouse controls. It is wild that they did a para basketball game.
Yeah.
To show off the mouse controls. But I mean,
Mario and Sonic
works.
at the Paralympics.
Yeah. But I mean, like it makes sense.
It looks
good. Yeah. Be interested to see how it like actually plays.
This is the arms. Of the Switch 2. Now Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour.
Yes. This is basically a demo of the whole Switch system. This is basically Astro's Playroom for the Switch 2, but at a cost.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
And that is insane.
Yeah.
This should not cost any money.
No.
I already was like, I don't like how informational this is. I wish it was more of a game. And now that I know you have to pay for it, like I literally thought this was the instruction booklet.
Right.
Like I thought they were just telling you this is the welcome thing.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't it called Welcome?
Yeah, it's called Welcome Tour.
Yeah. Why are we fucking paying for the Welcome Tour?
I don't know, man. Like
I'm comparing it to the Steam Deck. Aperture Desk Job does an amazing job.
Yeah, and that's
all the stuff on the Steam Deck.
And that's free.
That's like a very Nintendo game.
And like what makes me concerned, and we're gonna get to prices later, but like how much is this gonna cost? You know, because like there's
1-2 Switch was $50.
Right.
And that should not have been $50.
Right. So I highly doubt there is $50 worth of material in this game.
No. But I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
Because I wanna
Yeah.
see everything that my Switch can do, you know?
Next up is Dusk Bloods.
I never got 1-2 Switch though.
I know you didn't. You were firm in that. The Dusk Bloods. This is from Software. It is an exclusive to Switch 2. I believe it's a multiplayer based game. It's Bloodborne without being Bloodborne.
It looks really good.
Yeah.
I thought it was Bloodborne for a bit.
Yeah.
It's kind of really interesting that they're like, we'll just do Bloodborne.
Yeah.
But we just won't call it that. Because that's like a slap in the face to Sony.
Yeah.
It looks really good. It looks fun. It looks like a FromSoft game.
Yeah.
It looks like visually though, it's just it looks like you're playing Elden Ring on a Steam Deck.
Right.
You know, you're seeing what the hardware is going to be capable of.
But I mean, if you want to play actual Elden Ring, you know, scroll down a little bit. The rest of the games that are coming, including Hades 2, Split Fiction, Cyberpunk 2077, Borderlands 4, Street Fighter 6, Final Fantasy 7, The Rebirth Trilogy, Tony Hawk 3 and 4, Bravely Default, Hogwarts Legacy, Civ 7, Elden Ring, actual full-on Elden Ring, Tarnished Edition, of course. It keeps going. Enter the Gungeon, Project 007, the Hitman series, 2 Points Museum, Shadow Labyrinth, the Dark and Edgy Pac-Man. They just showed off game after game after game, and they're like not like, you know, low quality games. These are like high end, big budget AAA games right here. They showed Cyberpunk. I was surprised because that was when the stream lagged, and I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, I missed it.
I heard him say, you know, Cyberpunk 2077. I'm like, I'm sorry, what? Like the game that infamously would not run on like a Xbox One or a PlayStation 4 is now running on Switch 2.
Well, they fixed it.
And I know what you're going to say. Yeah, it ran on Steam Deck, but like, again, this is a Nintendo system. It's historically underpowered.
Yeah, that's what we're going to be realizing here is that like look at Johnny Silverhand. Like he looks like this is like what it looks like on the Steam Deck.
Right. But
with that like really oversharpened like hair and like the low resolution textures and stuff. Like it looks good for running that low quality, But we know what we're gonna get.
But again, like the fact that they're gunning for titles like this, these
Mhm.
higher end, these like performance intensive titles from like big AAA studios like this, it makes me think like they're actively trying to go after a higher end market with the Switch too, like a more powerful.
Well, again, these games, all of the ones that they picked,
Mhm.
all of these games are running on PC handhelds and the Steam Deck.
Right,
So there should be no problem.
right.
You know, if they reached, I don't know one. Actually, you know what? Star Wars Outlaws. Star Wars
Yeah.
Outlaws kind of struggles on lower end stuff.
And they announced it for Switch too.
Yeah. So, but it does look pretty rough.
Yeah.
A lot of these games, the one that I think looks the roughest, or at least the most true to what the actual gameplay is going to be,
Mhm.
is Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
Tony Hawk looked like a fucking GameCube game. I can't find it now.
I mean, they technically are, but
yeah, look at this. It's
yeah. I mean, it doesn't look that dissimilar.
no, the lighting's good, but the more the trailer goes on, the more you're like, for a second, I was like, is this even Tony Hawk?
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't look that dissimilar to like what it looked on PS4, honestly.
But did they announce new people? This
They
is
announced,
Nora.
yeah, they announced her.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Nora Vascolones or whatever.
She's fucking great.
Yeah, and then the SpongeBob meme right here. They announced this game is getting weird, man. Can I just tangent for a minute?
They are treating it like a new Tony Hawk game.
They are, but like, then just give us a new Tony Hawk game. Don't give us 3 and 4 because now I'm expecting 3 and 4. Do you want to talk about the upgrade packs next or the Switch Online next?
Upgrade packs, I guess.
Okay.
'Cause we're talking about games already. Why not?
Yeah, so as we talked about before, the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of a game is a bundle that includes the original game and its upgrade pack, which enhances the game to take advantage of the capabilities of the Switch 2, available only for select games. Contents and enhancements of the upgrade pack vary by game. They can include visual improvements, new features, or additional game modes. Features and content of a Switch 2 edition game can only be played on a Switch 2. If you already have the original Switch game as either a physical or digital version, you can upgrade to a Switch 2 edition by purchasing the game's upgrade pack from the eShop, from the My Nintendo store, or from retailers. After you upgrade, the original Switch game can still be played on your original Switch, though the features and content for the Switch 2 edition can only be played on the Switch 2.
So
And they show off a variety of different Switch 1 games that have specific Switch 2 enhancements, like we said.
did they say that if I get the Switch 2 version, can I play? If I upgrade to the Switch 2 version, do I lose the Switch 1 version?
No.
Oh, okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So this is a paid upgrade.
Yes.
That's that I'm a little salty about.
Yeah, that stinks.
I mean, whatever. Some people are like, "What, do you expect them to work for free?" A little bit.
Yeah.
I did buy the game already.
Yeah, like it really sucks that like Microsoft
Yeah.
is the one that's like giving you the upgrade for free.
Yeah.
And like Sony gave you the upgrade for free, but then they're like, no, we're going to charge you $10 for the upgrades now.
Yeah.
And now Nintendo is going to follow suit. They don't say how much these upgrades are going to cost. I saw somewhere that they could range from $10 to $15 depending on what the upgrade is.
Mhm.
So it's very possible.
To 15. I was expecting 20 because of the price of Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Did we mention that?
No, we didn't get to the price.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
Looking at these upgrades, I see Mario Party 1440p resolution.
Yeah.
So not the full 4K. WQHD.
The hell is WQ?
W is wide.
Yeah.
QHD is 1440p.
Right.
WQHD, I'm pretty sure is wide. I think that they're wrong. That's like what an ultra wide monitor is.
Yeah.
Is WQHD.
Does this support wide quad high definition?
I think that they are mistaken because there's no way that this thing's going to support an ultra wide monitor.
QHD, Quad HD, or WQHD is the designation for a commonly used display resolution of 2560 by 1440 in a 16:9 aspect ratio. So they both mean the same thing?
Wait.
QHD and WQHD is the designation
They're
for a
both.
commonly used display resolution of 2560 by 1440 and a 16:9 aspect ratio.
So what's the W stand for?
Wide. But like,
That's not the resolution.
yeah.
That wouldn't be the resolution. There's something's amiss here.
Yeah.
Either that's a dumb acronym or they're wrong.
I mean, I pulled this from the Wikipedia page. So I don't know,
We
man.
have to pour over semantics.
Yeah.
Google says it's 2560 by 1440.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, wide.
You may see this is Tom's Hardware. You may see QHD resolution referred to as UWQHD,
UW.
which stands for wide quad high definition. These two acronyms represent the same resolution. I think that U is the U is not a typo. Fuck my ass. Fuck my handsome white ass. These two acronyms represent the same resolution. WQHD is a marketing technique to emphasize the widescreen format of the resolution. However, vendors will also label ultra-wide monitors as UWQHD, even though they don't have 2560 horizontal pixels. This is because they still have 1440 vertical pixels, but have more horizontal pixels for a wider aspect ratio than 2560 by 1440's 16:9 aspect ratio.
Okay, so this is the
regular ass 1440p.
It's WQHD is a misleading marketing
Yes.
tactic. It's not Nintendo's fault because they don't know any better.
Yeah.
But I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a weird thing to get hung up on.
Yeah.
Here's some other fucking shit. I mean, they don't say what you're getting in Zelda.
Yeah, they do. Support for the Zelda Notes game service on the Switch app.
I mean, we heard that they were showing off Zelda at 4K 60 behind closed doors. They're not saying the resolution.
It says improved frame rates and resolution.
Yeah, they don't say WQHD.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. But it says HDR support.
Whoa.
So
HDR is at the bottom of my list.
Right.
Because I don't think it's going to be that good. Why is Mario Party on here again? Oh, they're just showing.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, why did they show it twice?
They're showing it as an example.
Right.
And then they go into details down below.
I'm a little upset about Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Like,
Mhm.
sure, we're getting that, but like that, give me that.
Right.
Just give me that for free.
Yeah.
Why do I need to pay for that?
I mean,
I don't want to have to pay to play that game again.
it looks like the Switch 2 comes with a new story. The Starcross World, that's like add-on DLC.
Yeah.
But then like just make that the paid part. Don't make like the visual upgrades the paid part.
Pokemon Legends ZA is getting a Nintendo Switch 2 edition now.
Mhm.
They showed like a little bit of it.
Yeah.
I think this is one of those situations where it's just gonna it's gonna fix the game a little bit. It's not gonna like particularly look great.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be a little more stable because it's got a little more hardware to work with. I don't think we're gonna be seeing 4K out of our Pokemon Legends. Okay. Anyway. Oh, and Metroid. We talked about Metroid. Yeah. Metroid is a good example, I think, of a game that I'm definitely going to pay the $80 or the whatever price it is for the Switch 2 version. I'm getting the Switch 2 version of that for sure. Everything else, I don't need to play those again.
Right.
And Pokemon, I don't know because I like kind of don't even want to play it. And like, do I want to pay more money to play it?
Yeah.
Especially when it's like, it's not going to be like, it just has improved performance with higher frame rate and resolution.
Yeah.
So doesn't even necessarily have anything special. Okay.
Oh, I should note that Switch Online Plus expansion pack members get access to the following upgrade packs at no additional cost. You get the Zelda upgrade packs if you have Switch Online Plus expansion pack.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so that's good.
That's what you should do.
Yeah.
Give me him free with the subscription.
Yeah. But all of them, not just
Yeah,
the Zelda
Zelda.
ones.
I mean, that's good because it's like a tech demo.
Yeah.
It's like everybody's got Zelda and you
Yeah.
can use it to show off.
Probably why.
Yeah.
All right. So that's the upgrade packs.
K-Jack just linked in the chat. Several games have free upgrades.
Oh.
Mario Odyssey.
Yeah, so these are I don't know if these are like full on upgrades. Like I don't know if these are going to like run in like higher resolution and better frame rate. I think these are just to
Improved playability of the Nintendo Switch 2 system will be released for select Nintendo Switch games. By connecting your Nintendo Switch 2 to the internet, you can download free updates that may improve performance or add support or features such as game share in select time. Oh, okay. So this could be as little as nothing.
Yeah, I think it's just like these are essentially patches, I
Yeah.
want to say. These are not like full on like upgrades. You know?
I could see game share needing a little tweak here or there.
Yeah,
on some-
because when we get to like the compatibility of like Switch 1 games, like you'll see like some of those games can't work because of the functionality of the Joy-Con 1. It's different from
that would be
Joy-Con 2.
Game Builder Garage. I
Game
think.
Builder Garage. Anything that involves an IR sensor. So
I think that Zelda Echoes of Wisdom might just literally need to be patched to be played on different hardware because
Yeah.
I've emulated that game and it's kind of rough to get to work right.
yeah.
So I think that the Zelda Echoes of Wisdom update would literally be
Yeah.
this. You need this in order for it to be compatible.
All right. GameCube games. We can talk about that now.
Yay!
GameCube games are coming to Switch Online Plus expansion pack exclusively to Switch 2. The first games included will be the Wind Waker, Zelda Wind Waker, F-Zero GX, and Soul Calibur 2. AKA the good version of Soul Calibur 2 because it's got Link in it.
Yeah, I'm excited to play Soul Calibur.
Yeah, that Soul Calibur 2. Awesome.
Soul Calibur 2 is,
Yeah.
I think it's rated one of the best games of all time on Metacritic or something.
Soul Calibur 1 is.
Oh,
I know that. But like Soul Calibur 2 is also very good.
yeah. And these games look really good on here.
Yeah.
It's just emulated.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be surprising. It looks like it's got the hallmarks of emulation where like the polygons are really sharp and the textures are really blurry.
Yeah.
But that's fine. I would like to see some filters. Like give me a CRT filter. Or
Yeah, I'm
something.
sure they got something
But
looking.
Soul Calibur looks sick.
Yeah.
And this will have online.
Yeah.
The way the online works is you like remote into the other person's session. So
Mhm.
if you're doing a competitive game like this, one person will have the advantage because they'll have a quicker input. But hopefully they do show. These are the 3 we're getting at launch,
Yeah.
but they show a bunch of ones that are coming.
Well, one thing we didn't talk about. Sorry.
No, go on.
One of the features they talked about was game sharing, which is if you're playing multiplayer with people, only one person needs a copy of the game in order for everybody to play it.
Yeah, so it seems to me that's like Nintendo Switch Online, like playing the retro games online with
Yeah.
other people. The way you do that is you remote into the other person's game session.
Mm-hmm.
And this game sharing seems like that.
Yeah, I mean, the Game Boy Advance used to do that. You needed one copy of a game and 4 people can play. This is just like a higher end version of that.
But on the Game Boy,
Yeah.
didn't you? Yeah, how's the game running?
Fine.
On the DS,
Yeah.
weren't you able to do that with Mario Kart on the DS?
I know you can do that with Mario Kart on the Game Boy Advance.
Okay, maybe
I've done that.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking about. So, are you running the game off of a host Game Boy Advance?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and it's a similar thing here. Like if I have, Mario Kart, but you don't.
I feel like the game has to be loading into your Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, I'm sure
Because having all of those Game Boys running off of one game.
that's where all the data is coming from.
Yeah, but it's got to load into some RAM
Right,
somewhere,
yeah.
right? That's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
Mario Kart had it. The DS had download play for some games like Mario Kart DS. Yeah, this is literally you're remoting into somebody's system.
Right.
So the game is running on someone else's system, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
But like a lot of the games they were showcasing were games that had local multiplayer. You're just kind of remoted in.
Yeah.
Like Mario 3D World.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, One thing that I think was kind of really cool was they showed an updated and easier way to change the GameCube controls. Because
Yes.
Nintendo Switch Online has bad control configurations. This seems like you can just change any button.
Yeah.
So that is, they show it extremely briefly.
Yeah.
But that is very needed.
Hopefully they roll that out to the other systems too.
Yeah, we need that in N64 the
Like
most.
badly.
GameCube,
Yeah,
I could see like a couple of control configurations that need
Yeah.
to be messed with, but N64 is the most egregious. And they showed I skipped it, but they showed a couple of games that are coming. We got
Yeah.
Sunshine, we got Fire Emblem, we got Pokemon XD, we got Strikers, we got Chibi Robo, we got Luigi's Mansion, we got Pokemon Coliseum.
Yeah. I'm sure they'll add more. There'll be because
That's already like
yeah,
a great selection.
Mhm.
Melee's missing.
Melee's missing.
Melee needs to happen.
Yeah. I'm sure they'll put Melee in eventually.
Mhm.
I don't know if they like want to wait till like after the next Smash comes out or to tie it into
I think they should release it. It's going to be a while till the next Smash
Right.
happens, especially if Sakurai's already working on a completely different game. Someone mentioned analog triggers. I'm looking now. I mean, obviously the regular Switch controller doesn't have analog triggers, so I'm seeing if there's like options.
Well, what is it? And the 3D All Stars collection, isn't it like
they just changed the controls. They just changed the way that they worked.
Yeah, but they did something with it. Well, like I think ZL and ZR was like light press, and then like L and R like full press.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at this to see if there's an option like that. It just looks like it says like, oh, you. No, I don't. I don't understand this. I guess we'll have to see when it comes out.
Mhm.
So that's exciting. GameCube games, I'm excited for that, and it's in the expansion pack.
Yes.
So it's not. I was talking about how it might be an additional tier.
Yeah.
But no, it's just in the expansion pack. So that's fine. I'm fine with
that. All right. Next.
Well, let's thank some people.
Yes.
John Crawford with the 41 months. Thanks as always for the great content. Enjoy the sub. Thank you very much. Drew Suave, thanks for 57 months. Good evening, guys. I'm excited about Switch 2. Hope all is well. I hope it goes well. Thank you. Hope it goes well too. Elian, thanks for the 2 months. Kinslayer, thanks for the 3 months. Love watching the podcast. Most of the time I miss it live, but always watch them. Always a great time. Thanks, Super Wolf Bros. Thank you very much. Doesn't matter when you watch.
Yeah.
And we got a bunch of super chats. We got Lucas, 5 ruples. Forgive my ignorance, but the tariffs wouldn't need to affect the digital sale prices, right? Unless they want price consistent with physical.
That's usually what it is, keeping the price consistent with the physical release.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to upset their brick and mortar retail partners. Like no matter how much like they're pushing towards digital only, like they still want to be in the good graces of your Targets, your Best Buys, your Walmarts. And if they sell it cheaper on their storefront than they do in brick and mortar store, that can cause problems.
The way it is now, the tariffs are only affecting physical goods. But I wouldn't put it past them once they find out about digital goods and all the money that could
because
be
like think about it. If the server farm is in Japan and we're downloading all our games from Japan.
Yeah, if we start getting physical less and getting digital more, and then they're gonna be like, oh, we could be tariffing up the shit out of digital stuff. Also, we're losing some markets to other countries because of digital goods.
Yeah.
So they're gonna see that, and instead of competing with them on an even playing field, they're gonna be like, fucking charge the people $1 million. Anyway, La Rock with the $5. Nintendo basically looked up the most rare / pirated GameCube games and put them for Switch Online. My Ally is now almost useless, and I just bought it. I mean,
it's not
useless.
No,
the games are there.
Yeah, you can keep going. You can still use it.
The games are already there. Yeah. La Rock again with $5. In the fine print, you can get free upgrades for both Zeldas for a limited time. We got there eventually. Mobilis with the $10. Hi, Wolves. What's the best retro handheld for playing original Game Boy with full color and Game Boy Color game ROM? Preferred, not carts. I like the Trim UI brick so far. Also, the Miu Mini Original. Those are my current favorites. Also, Game Boy RG35XX SP.
Yes.
Those are your options.
I was going to say that. If you want to spend the money, get the analog pocket and flash the firmware. So you get...
That's a good point. For original Game Boy and Game Boy Color, the analog pocket might be the way to go, but it's expensive.
Yeah.
Rarely this is Jared with 23 Canadian dollars. Rarely have the time to catch the live pod with 2 kiddos under 5. Will gets it.
I do.
Good work. Thank you. All right.
So why are you giving us 30 Canadian dollars? Don't you need that for diapers and stuff?
Goblins and Gunslingers, thanks for the raid and subscribing. Hope y'all are doing Gucci. Thank you. I'm doing Balenciaga.
I'm feeling more of a Michael Kors vibe going on, but
what's next?
Okay. Do we want to get right to the price, or do we want to talk about the accessories?
Let's talk about the price. We've been the price for too long.
So they didn't
talk about the price.
They didn't announce the price in the show itself.
They said we will have information on the website later today.
So
that told me, okay, they're afraid of announcing the price. It made me scared.
Yeah. So this is Business Wire. This is a Berkshire Hathaway company, but this is the actual press release they sent out to publishers and news sites.
I noticed that they didn't. None of these news sites were citing the source. So I was like, where are these people getting the information that it's...
How hard is it to say a press release from Nintendo?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Anyway, $449.99 United States dollars is the cost of the system itself. Just the system. That comes with the console, the 2 Joy-Con, 2 controllers, Joy-Con grip, Joy-Con straps, the dock, an ultra high-speed HDMI cable, the Switch 2 AC adapter, and a USB-C charging cable. For $499.99 USD, you get all of that plus Mario Kart World.
Yeah, which I'm a little surprised that they're selling Mario Kart World for cheaper, because they don't even do that with the current Switch. It's usually not. I mean, they did eventually, but it was really rare for in the very beginning. It took years for them to have a bundle that was actually a good deal.
Yeah.
Even their limited edition consoles cost the same as just buying the sometimes more. Sometimes you'd pay a tax for having paint on the system.
Yeah.
But I was hoping for $400. $450 is fine. I think that's just the nature of the world that we live in.
I guess, yeah. I mean, it sucks because, Nintendo has in the past always been like the more affordable system. Like they've always like had, the families and like, the kids in mind of, and like they've made their systems like priced that way to like reflect that.
Yeah.
But they are squarely like, this is a Switch 2 is the same price as a digital PlayStation 5.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. And fucking Xbox Series S is the cheap one.
Yeah, I know. Like, well, again, this is what I mean by Nintendo is starting to lean more into like the higher end, higher powered like device range. I'm not saying they're trying to compete with like a Steam Deck and an ROG Ally and things like that, but like that's the route they seem to be taking with their mentality behind the Switch too.
I think it's just unfortunate circumstances because, again, I think that all of their consoles have been the same price throughout throughout history. They're with inflation adjusted, they're all exactly $400. They had to slap a tax on it for the tariffs.
True.
I saw this tweet right before we went live. This is from Genki JPN. It says the Switch 2 in Japan will have 2 different versions. One of them is a Japanese language only version, which in USD is $334.
Yeah.
So that is very cheap.
Yeah.
That is extremely cheap.
Yeah.
And then there is a multi-language system version for $467, which is more.
What could possibly be like the difference?
You mean
Aside-
technically?
Technically, yeah.
They're saying you can only link a Japanese Nintendo account to the Japanese version.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Because
So you don't go over there and
right.
that's a lot cheaper.
Yeah,
That's,
I know.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
It's over $100 cheaper.
Yeah.
And that's, to me, that's telling me Nintendo wanted to make this thing really affordable.
Yeah.
And they just couldn't.
Yeah. So that's insane.
Yeah.
That's unheard of. Like a special version just for the country you're from.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's fucking us.
Yeah.
And I don't blame them.
I did see somebody like post I mean, if it's cheaper to get a Switch 2 in Japan, there's a picture of him marrying a Japanese woman.
That's
Yeah.
That's why. So I $450 is fine. The more egregious thing is the price of the games.
Yeah.
That really blew me away.
So they only showed the price for 2 games, Donkey Kong Bonanza and Mario Kart World.
Yeah.
Donkey Kong Bonanza is $70.
Yeah.
Which is what all current gen games go for. It's what Tears of the Kingdom went for.
And that was expected.
Yes.
We expected them to raise the price of the games for the current
Yes.
generation to meet everyone else on the playing field.
Again, upsetting but understandable. It is the world we live in. Mario Kart World is $80.
That blew me away.
And there's rumor that the physical version costs $90.
I saw somewhere that the physical version of Donkey Kong could also be $10 more.
Yeah.
I was hoping maybe Mario Kart comes with something.
Right.
Like, come with a wheel.
Yeah.
And then that'll $10, fine.
Yeah, no.
Take it.
No. It is
It's just
the game.
that might be a tariff situation.
Maybe, yeah, because like those games are usually manufactured somewhere else.
Yeah,
like,
what?
Discs are manufactured in Mexico. So,
And we also didn't talk about this. There's nothing on the cartridge.
well, not all games.
Right.
Right. We'll get
Mario
to that.
Kart, there probably will be something
Yeah,
on the cartridge.
I think Cyberpunk, it's 64 gig cartridge.
Those are expensive.
Yeah. So that's probably gonna be a $90 game.
Yeah. These prices are fucked up. This is
Yeah.
this is unheard of.
Yeah.
Especially having such a disparity between physical and digital, and having the price go up that much between generations.
I mean, IGN posted a thing on Instagram. It's like the guy in charge of GTA 6's prices looking at Mario Kart, because now you bet your ass GTA 6 is going to cost $100.
I was
like,
gonna
they just gave
say-
him permission.
I was gonna say I think Nintendo knows it's gonna cost $100 and
Yeah.
is like, oh, we can
do that
because GTA 6 is gonna be one of the highest selling games of all time.
Yeah.
Because GTA 5 was one of the highest selling games of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Up there is Mario Kart.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Nintendo knows we're gonna make just as much money, if not more money, by
Right.
charging an extra $10 to $20.
But now the question is, like, because Donkey Kong is 70, Mario Kart is 80. How does Nintendo like figure it out? Like, what games cost 80 and what games cost 70?
They know the demand of Mario Kart.
Yeah.
They know the attach rate and how
Mhm.
everybody's gonna want that. So that's what it is.
So then
They want to lower the barrier to entry a little bit for Donkey Kong because Donkey Kong is not a big seller. For
right.
them,
It's
know?
not a system seller.
It's a big IP for them, but it's not Mario or Zelda.
So like Metroid Prime 4 would be a $70 game.
Yeah.
Metroid
would
Prime
guess.
4 might be a $60 game, $70 for the Switch 2 version. But then like, the next Zelda game, the next Mario game, the next Pokemon game, those are going to be $80.
Yeah, I don't know. Now that I think about it, like, how many $70 games were for the Switch?
One.
Just Zelda.
Just Zelda.
Yeah. I mean, that's a big game.
Yeah. Unless it was Mortal Kombat, $70. That might have been.
Metroid doesn't sell a lot for them. So I don't know if they'd want to up the price for that too much. We also don't know what the price of these upgrades are going to be.
Yeah.
You mentioned $10 to $15.
Yeah.
We don't know exactly for sure. So this was also not mentioned in the direct. This was stuff we found out afterwards on various websites.
Yes.
Nintendo knew that would be a bad look.
Yeah.
So instead of announcing it in the direct, they snuck the information out. And the price of the console, I don't think the price of the console is that egregious, but it's interesting that they sent it out in a press release and made everybody else announce it.
Yeah.
Because it's like they were hiding away, and they're like, we don't want to see what everybody says about this. So this is absolutely insane. $80 for a video game? Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You know what? Sega Genesis, we were paying $80 for something.
And you know what? Like companies, like for the past, I would say 10 years or so, they've been testing the water. Like if you go on, PlayStation Store or Xbox Store, and you go to like for digital games, they'll show you the deluxe editions first, and those always cost like $80, $90.
Yeah, I've been burned by that before.
Yeah, I remember like getting Rise of the Tomb Raider and like not realizing I bought the deluxe edition for $100.
Yeah,
for costumes that I never wore in the game.
Yeah, they trick you.
Yeah,
and I mean, it's nickel and diming, but that in that situation, it's like it's scummy.
Yeah,
because they're trying to trick you, devious. Hopefully Nintendo's not devious about it.
Usually a little less devious. So
anyway, where are we now?
If we did the price of the games and the system, we want to go through the accessories because those also list the prices for those.
Sure.
So we got a new Pro controller, Switch 2 Pro controller, $80. HD Rumble 2.
That's what the old one was.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Includes a USB-C charging cable.
No, the old one was $69.99. I think the Joy-Con were $79.99.
Yes. We'll get to the Joy-Cons, believe me.
Oh god.
Yeah. Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller has a GL and GR button on the back. Those are the mappable buttons on a first-party controller. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm realizing that Xbox and Sony don't have that.
Yeah, you have to buy the more expensive Pro controllers for that. Yeah, improved rumble, motion controls, amiibo capability, a capture button, the C button for game chat, the audio jack, only compatible for the Switch 2.
I wonder why the top is white. It doesn't fit the theme of anything else.
The top is white and the analog sticks are white.
Yeah, like under the analog.
I guess that's like the theme for the Switch 2 because like the Joy-Cons had like the subtle coloring.
But nothing's white.
Right.
I guess maybe the logo.
Yeah. I mean, nothing's blue. The Joy-Cons are blue,
Yeah. Oh, and the inside of the Switch. All right, the Joy-Con.
The Joy-Cons are $90 for the two of them. New motion controls, got the game chat button, HD Rumble 2, all improved. Only for use with the Switch 2.
I want to know if old Pro Controller and old Joy-Con can work with the new Switch.
That's the next.
Okay.
Yeah. The Joy-Con 2 charging grip, $35. It's not bad.
Well, it's charging. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
Joy-Con 2 straps, $13. Joy-Con 2 wheels, $20.
Yay.
Other.
Add that in with Mario.
Yeah. The Switch 2 the Switch 2 camera, $50.
That's not bad.
For an HD camera. Includes a USB-C charging cable. Next is the dock set, $110. Comes with the dock, the charger, and the HDMI cable.
That's around what it was.
Yeah.
Previously, so that's fine. The brick is new.
Yeah.
The new brick.
Yeah. They don't say like what capacity the brick is. So like we don't know like if you can use like an Anchor or a Ugreen or whatnot.
Yeah, we'll have to run a lot of tests. Yeah. We don't know anything about this.
Nintendo Switch 2 carrying case and screen protector, $35. Nintendo Switch all-in-one carrying case, $80. This so you can carry everything with you.
A little cube.
Yeah. It's a game cube.
$8 is a lot for a box.
Yeah, you guarantee you the Amazon basis is going to be like a fourth of that.
Yeah.
And the AC adapter, $30, comes with the brick and the charging cable.
That's a pretty standard price.
And then, like we said before, the micro SD express cards.
Okay.
Yeah. So those are your accessories.
I want the Pro controller, but
yes.
Getting
anything
else really.
Accessory compatibility.
Okay.
So Joy-Con, original Joy-Cons, and Pro. Basically, all the controllers are compatible with Switch 2.
Okay, we love that.
Original controllers are compatible with Switch 2. There may be some things here and there, like you can't charge original Joy-Cons on a Switch 2. You need a separate thing for that. But yeah, all the controllers will work for Switch 2. The
stand.
What?
This little stand is not.
The little stand is not compatible. The original dock is not compatible with Switch 2.
Okay.
The original,
That's weird.
The original charging cable is not compatible with Switch 2 in TV mode. It may be possible to charge the Switch 2 when plugged in directly.
Okay, that means it's drawing too much power when it's in TV mode.
Yeah.
Or the dock is doing something.
Yeah, it's got to be. This probably has some extra processing power.
So, okay. So it could be that the dock needs extra power. Could be just for the fan. It could be that there's some shit in there.
Yeah.
But reel it back, most likely it's just running at a higher wattage when it's plugged in.
Mm-hmm.
When you're actually using it, and especially in the dock, when it's docked, it probably ups the TDP.
Right.
Just like some of these PC handhelds that I have, when you plug it in, it goes from 25 watts to 30 watts.
Right.
So it goes, oh, I don't have to save battery. I can just go full ham.
Yeah.
So that could be happening here too. So that means that the charger is capable of more.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the original charger is 15 watts.
Right.
So this one's probably more than that.
The HDMI cable that was included with the original Switch is not compatible with the Switch 2. In order to maximize the performance of the Switch 2, please use the HDMI cable included with the Switch 2.
That's interesting because I wasn't 100% sure if that original cable was a 2.1 cable.
The original cable?
Yeah.
No, I think it was just a standard. It was
that's the thing. They don't say what it is.
I know, but I think it's just a high-speed HDMI cable, which is not like an HDMI 2 or HDMI 2.1 cable.
Right.
This is an HDMI 2.1 cable.
Right.
So
it
needs that. Well,
especially with HDR.
It needs it to get the full capability of what the Switch 2 can offer.
Yeah.
Technically, it should still be able to use that cable just at a lower resolution and a lower frame rate. Technically.
Yeah, I think
I've had issues with it.
I think them saying not compatible just means
it's them covering their ass.
Yeah, they're saying they prefer you didn't do this.
The GameCube controller adapter is compatible.
Okay.
So if you still have it from the Wii U, guess what? All these generations later. Joy-Con grips don't work. Joy-Con strap don't work. The leg strap and the Ring Con for Ring Fit Adventure will not work. And various other Joy-Con specific accessories won't work with the Joy-Con.
Ring Fit can be used by connecting a regular Joy-Con.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, last thing. Oh, no.
I want to know how this works with third-party controllers, USB controllers and stuff. I'd imagine it would be just fine.
Probably just fine, yeah. Whatever specific Switch capabilities are not usable, whatever Switch 2 capabilities aren't usable on a regular Switch controller, whatnot. It should just work like a Switch 1 Pro controller, what I'm trying to say.
These like open source controllers that I use, they mimic Pokken tournament controllers.
Okay.
So gotta see if that still works.
All right.
Where are we at?
Important information about the compatibility of Switch games on the Switch 2.
The game key cards? Is that where you're at?
No, you're right above that. Game compatibility. We can just do this real quick. So out of the 122 Nintendo developed games for the Nintendo Switch, most of them work. Like almost all of them work fine, no issue. Of the 15,000 partner games, a bunch of them work, no issue. A majority of them run but further testing is needed. Some of the games are playable but have issues. Some of the games have issues at startup, and some of them are just not compatible at all. There's actually a handy PDF of games that start up with issue and some that have compatibility issues. They're pretty big titles, like Doom Eternal is one of them. I forgot what some of the other ones were.
Games with startup issues.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting. There's only 122 Nintendo games.
Nintendo developed games, published games, yeah.
I feel like that's low.
Yeah.
Games with startup issues on the Switch too.
Yes, games like A Boy and His Blob, the
Wow,
Retro
there's so
Collection, Another Crab's Treasure, Cats Hidden in Italy, Darksiders Genesis, Dead by Daylight, Doom Eternal.
Some of these games might just need a little bit of a patch.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah,
it's up to the developer.
The issue is being investigated. Fortnite, it says a Switch 2 version is planned, so that just might be replaced entirely.
Yeah, which is fine because that's the same game.
Yeah,
like it's not a big deal. It's a free game, so whatever.
Yeah.
Also, you don't want to play the Switch version of Fortnite.
Right.
Like you're playing the mobile version.
Yeah.
So you want to play the nicer, better version.
So back to compatibility for a second. Games that cannot be played on Switch 2. Nintendo explicitly says that Nintendo Labo Toy-Con 4, the VR kit, is not compatible with the Switch 2 at all. And it gives a reason for it. Its reason is the Switch 2 console cannot be inserted into the Toy-Con VR goggles accessory, so this game cannot be played.
Yeah.
That's
obvious.
Okay. But just because it can't fit into the cardboard box doesn't mean that the game itself can't boot up and be played.
Yeah, you can strap it to your head.
Played properly. So I'm willing to bet that, like, give it a shot. The whole point of Labo was like you can get cardboard boxes and make it yourself. So I'm sure some intrepid nerd out there is going to have some cardboard boxes and figure it out.
Yeah, you could. Hey, this leaves room for somebody to make instructions for Switch 2.
Yeah.
You just got to make the manual.
Yeah.
To cut up your own cardboard boxes for a Switch.
Yeah, and you know some
version
insane
of
person's
Labo.
going to do that.
Yeah.
Also,
I'm noticing. I was perusing this uncompatible games. Mega Man Legacy Collection.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, some big titles.
This issue is being investigated.
Yeah, they're all being investigated.
I'm shocked that they are going through all of these games.
Yeah. Me too. And then it has a list of games that require original Joy-Cons to play. These are games like Ring Fit Adventure, 1-2 Switch, Game Builder Garage, Switch Sports, the Labo kits that are not the VR one. So those games you can play on your Switch 2. You just need original Switch Joy-Cons to play them with.
Yeah.
So
yeah, there's going to be a couple asterisks.
Basically, it sounds like any Switch 1 game you want to play on your Switch 2, so as long as it's not that goddamn Labo, you'll be fine.
Yeah, most things seem okay.
Yeah.
There's a little issue with how the game carts are, though.
Yes. So,
first of all, red boxes.
Yes, red boxes, and the carts themselves will be red, which is cool.
Very pretty.
I think it's good.
But they're not just carts.
So, okay,
they're called.
No. Game key cards are explicitly different from game cards.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Game key cards are different from regular game cards because they don't contain the full game data. Instead, the game key card is your key, in quotes, to download the full game to your system via the internet. After it's downloaded, you can play the game by inserting the key card into your system and starting it up like a standard physical game card. Here is what a game key card packages looks like, and it actually says, like on the bottom, game key card.
It's very similar to the download only messaging that they had on the boxes in the exact same spot.
Yeah. So I'm of two minds of this. One, it sucks that they're just selling a blank cartridge that does nothing but keep you from playing your game. On the other hand, though, I've brought this up before on this show. Most PS5, PS4, and Xbox games that you buy physically are just keys.
We've been here before.
Yes.
Like, we've been doing this already.
This is nothing new. I honestly think this is better than selling you an empty fucking box. Because at least there's something in the box.
The big issue for me is that this implies that there's going to be a lot more of this.
Yeah.
And I don't like that.
Yeah.
Like I think it was one of the Call of Duties was like 3 megabytes.
Yeah.
And then you put it in and it's 100 gigabytes, you know?
Yeah.
It has to download. So yeah, I'm hoping that this doesn't enable people to do this more because I don't like it. Like,
yeah, no, the whole reason why people like physical media is because the game information is on the physical device itself, so that if you lose internet connection or if you want to play it down the road, you have it there on a physical media rather than relying on like servers and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I like going through our physical games and pulling one out and playing it.
We have a whole show, a whole segment of this podcast about that.
Yeah, so and you know, we've gone through a couple of Nintendo online store closures.
Yeah.
And that means you just can't get your shit anymore.
Yeah.
You know? So
I mean, I'm hoping that like because this is explicitly the Switch 2 and that you can play all the Switch 1 games on your Switch 2, that like the eShop will stay open for much longer than the previous eShops have.
Yeah.
So, but who knows? Nintendo's gonna Nintendo.
Not even just that, like, you won't be able to download your games. Like, some of these things, like, good luck trying to connect them to the internet.
Yeah.
There's just a lot. Even if you can re-download the stuff you already have, it's still just like a major pain in the ass. And sometimes it's just an impossibility to connect it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So yeah. And then the last thing I have on Switch 2 are the pre-order rules. Because there's rules, you know.
I mean, I need to know how I'm going to get this.
Okay.
Because I got to get it as quickly and
soon
as possible.
Pre-orders go up on April 9th. My birthday. But that's at like Best Buy, Target, Walmart, like your standard retailers.
Okay.
If you want to get it from Nintendo directly in the US, you have to register interest on the company's website for either the standard version or the Mario Kart World Bundle.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Nintendo will send the first round of purchase invites on May 8th, a month after pre-orders go live elsewhere. The company will roll out more invites before its official pre-orders open to the general public, and if you receive one, you will have 72 hours to make a purchase. Now, what makes you eligible? Yeah. Eligible. So on top of all of this, you have to be eligible. You have to pass an eligibility test. And these are the priority requirements listed on Nintendo's website. As of April 2nd, 2025, 1, you must have been the one who purchased any Switch Online memberships.
Oh, that sucks.
2, you must have had any paid Switch Online membership for a minimum of 12 months. And 3, you must have opted in to share gameplay data and have at least 50 hours of total gameplay hours.
That's a little crazy. So it's a little similar to how Steam did it with the Steam Deck.
Yes.
They limited it to people who had active Steam accounts for the past year.
Right.
But that's all you need. Like, this is you need to be the one who paid for the Switch Online account. So you need a Switch Online membership. You need to be the guy who paid for it.
Which means not me.
Yeah, he can't do it. You've never paid for Switch Online.
No,
Did it launch with the family plan?
What?
It launched with the family plan? Family?
Yeah, it launched with the family plan, and then later the expansion pass came out. So, but even still, even if I did pay for my own Switch Online account, I'd still have to wait a month after like everyone else pre-ordered it. And even then, I might have to wait a little bit longer because I might not be in the first round.
Yeah, and it's not even worth it because you're gonna get it the same day.
Yeah, it still comes out June 5th like everyone else.
It's ridiculous.
So, it's such a weird, like, not inconvenient way to like pre-order or something. And like I understand trying to like fight scalpers and stuff.
Yeah, I want them to have an opportunity for just fans to be able to get it without scalpers.
Yeah.
So I want them to have a system like this, but there's no reason for us to wait this long.
Yeah.
Pre-orders are already up on other places. Like we should have had this opportunity already.
Yeah. If anything, like Nintendo, like should have they should let you pre-order the system from them now, like before it goes for like Target and Amazon and stuff.
Holy Lettuce says Best Buy will be doing midnight release.
Yes.
Okay.
Midnight release.
I might have to do that.
Yeah.
I might have to go to that. Unless they're doing one at the Nintendo store.
Yeah.
But no, I don't even want to do that because I want to be close to home.
Yeah. So
anyway,
that's
I still don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like $450 is like kind of hard for me to justify right now.
Yeah,
honestly.
And what are you gonna play on it?
Exactly.
You know?
Like I've got all my Switch 1 games. Like I'll just keep playing my Switch 1 until it breaks. So, and that's another thing too. Switch 1 prices are not going down. They're still what they were at launch.
Well, they're cheaper.
They're cheaper, yeah. So,
they're
but like
significantly cheaper.
You would think they would get a price cut, but Nintendo's probably just going to discontinue them entirely.
Hannah said, "So I'm getting one, right?" And I was like, I mean, yeah, like you can get one eventually. Like eventually we'll probably have more than one. And she's like, "No, I want one like when it comes out and you're going to get it, right?" And I was like, I was like, "Wait a minute. That's how." So she's like, "Get two. You're the guy. You're the Switch guy."
Man, I co-host the show with you and I ain't even asking for that.
You're not getting married to me. Is the problem.
I know. But she's got a job.
Yeah, but I'm the Switch guy. I was like, "Can't you wait till there's another color?" She's like, "No, I want it when it comes out." God damn it.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I'm gonna do because I need it as quickly as possible. And I don't know which option is the easiest one to do that. So I might be getting it from two places, and she gets one, and
there you go.
The other one.
If you get it from three places, let me know.
I'll just be slinging Switch.
Yeah.
I'll be the reason why these people watching won't be able to get one.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah,
right? That's all. That's
all. We did the Switch 2 news. If we missed anything, let us know. But you know, I tried to be as comprehensive as possible. It was a lot in the show, a lot in the press releases afterwards. There's a lot to mull over. But yeah, we're getting a new Nintendo.
I like what I saw.
Yeah, me too. Ultimately,
it's like an A. I would give it like an A. Like everything's really good. There's a couple of things that I'm a little salty about. Like I mean, paying for upgrades, I expect it, but I don't like it. The price of games, I kind of really don't like.
Yeah.
The price is $50 more than I would have liked, but I understand why they did it. So like everything seems perfectly. There's a couple things that I just don't care about, like the camera.
Yeah.
Most of the games I could care less about. The game chat I don't really care about, but otherwise, like those aren't bad things. Like,
yeah.
It's good that they're there.
Yeah.
It's nice that they worked on some stuff. So I'm excited. I think it looks really nice.
Yeah, I think it looks good. I think it's going to be a good system.
Also keep in mind, like it might be the same power as a PC handheld and a Steam Deck, but think about how much smaller it is.
Yeah,
they
said it's the same thickness as the Switch 1.
Yeah, and it feels fucking good.
Yeah.
Picking up a Switch feels good.
Yeah.
And you're not getting it for the Elden Rings. You're getting it for the Mario.
Right. But if you're not a PC player, if you're not a PC handheld player, you don't have any other systems now, you can experience the Elden Rings and the Cyberpunks.
Yeah, I mean, keep in mind that most people aren't like us, the people the people watching this too. Like I'm sure most of the people watching this have more than one system.
Yeah.
Most people just get one.
Yeah.
And if they can do everything on that, then that's great. Basically, normies are going to be experiencing what we've been experiencing with
exactly.
PC handhelds.
Exactly.
Anyway, Okay. Brutal Beast, thanks for the 50 months. Hey, Bob and Will, did y'all ever watch Mickey 17? No. And if so, what were your thoughts?
I do want to watch it.
I do.
It does look good. I did see Anora, and I don't know what you're talking about. That movie was good.
I gotta finish it.
Yeah.
I only watched the first half.
What did you get up to?
They knock on the door.
Oh my god, then it gets good. Oh my god.
Yeah, but half of the movie is
God,
boring.
no. Dude, no. First off, it's not. Second off, dude, oh my god. Like it from then on, it's like one of the funniest movies I've ever seen in my life.
Funniest.
Yes.
Okay.
It's so good. Like that's like the best part in the movie. Oh my god. Like I can't believe you shut it off right there when it oh my god, I hate you.
I was bored. It got boring.
Oh my god. Like how do you oh my god.
It wasn't up until that point. It was not interesting at all. There was nothing interesting about it.
Promise me you'll finish it.
I'll finish it one
Promise
of these
me.
days. I also gotta watch Sonic 3.
Yes, you do.
And I gotta watch Andor. That's happening.
Yeah, that's coming back real
That's
soon.
coming back real soon. Hold on, I gotta ban somebody real quick.
Okay, good. Get him out of here.
All right, let's do this.
Backlog.
Hi, everybody. It's backlog time.
Backlog is a segment of the WULFF DEN Podcast where we go through our entire video game collection of 981 games and pick one at random and talk about it regardless of whether or not we've played it.
974.
974.
We're almost at the top of the list here.
Okay, yeah. That is Transformers Devastation for the Xbox One.
Xbox One.
Yeah, baby. This is a Will purchase. I got this on sale, and I'm glad I did because this game actually rips.
Okay. So Xbox One.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, this is cell shaded.
Yeah. So this is a weird game, and it came out at a weird time period. This
was after the War for Cybertron.
Yes.
Okay.
This is a Platinum.
That's
game.
so weird.
So I think Platinum, like, they were kind of like struggling financially, so they made a partnership with Activision, and Activision said, okay, you guys make 3 games based on licenses we own: Legend of Korra, Transformers, and Ninja Turtles. So they made a Korra game, which was bad. It was very, very bad. And then they made this game, which was very, very good. This is basically, when you hear the word Platinum developed Transformers game, you're right. That's exactly what it is.
I have to try this.
It's so much fun. It is literally just an episode of the cartoon from the 80s. They got the actual voice cast back. So everyone from the 80s cartoon is here doing
I really like the 80s movie.
Yeah, then you would love this game. It's got the look. The gameplay is simple, like hack and slash stuff, simple shooting stuff. They're big open levels, so like you can transform into like your vehicle mode and like drive around to get to the next point. I wouldn't call it the best Transformers game because it like doesn't capture like what it feels like to be like a Transformer as well as like War for Cybertron did. But it's just a fucking awesome game to play. I mean, it's just a very good time.
It's so weird to see them hacking and slashing.
I know. Well, I mean, that's Platinum's like bread and butter.
They usually don't Transformers usually shoot?
Yeah, I mean, there's shooting weapons in it.
Hmm.
But yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
I know.
A little tiny. Why is it so small? Why was the car so small?
I don't know.
It's so tiny. It's not a full-size car.
I don't know. Like the scaling in it is kind of weird because like when you're a Transformer, like you're a full-size robot, and then when you're a car, like you're like a
fucking little tiny guy.
Yeah.
What other guys are there?
Sideswipe. You can play as Optimus Prime, of course. Bumblebee. I think there's like 2 others you could play
There's
as.
Optimus.
Yeah.
I want to see him turn into a little tiny truck.
Dude, he turns into the truck and does. Yeah, there it goes. Yeah.
This looks fucking awesome.
It's so good. All the bosses are like, your standard enemies, like these random ass Decepticon robots that have no name, but like all the bosses like Starscream and Megatron and Shockwave and Devastator. There's one of the final bosses. It's like It's Devastator and another combiner Decepticon robot. So we have to fight them both at the same time, and it's fucking impossible. That's the thing about this game. It's like it's still a platinum game, so it's actually difficult. There's significant challenge to it. You have to like know when to counter, know when to attack, know when to avoid. Like it's not, it's not a walk in the park. But like it feels fun. It feels like fluid. Like it doesn't feel janky. Like you get into it and like you keep going and like you just get to experience like the joy of it feels like playing an 80s cartoon is what it is. Whereas like War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron, those actually feel like they're trying to be, for lack of a better word, Transformers simulators.
I just looked it up on how long to beat. Guess.
Like 5 hours.
5 hours.
Yeah.
5.5 hours for the main story. Main plus sides is 9 hours.
Yeah, it's not a long game for sure, but like it's because it's a platinum game, like there is some challenge to it, so it might take you a while to like get used to.
So you have it on Xbox.
I have it on Xbox One. Unfortunately, I don't think it's available anymore because it's an Activision licensed game and those get taken down like all the time.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's still on Steam. I don't know if
it is not on Steam.
All right, so then it's
no
definitely
longer
not on,
available.
It's definitely not on Xbox or PlayStation 4. If you find the physical version of this game, get it.
It says very positive reviews.
It's awesome.
That sucks.
Hasbro did actually just release a Transformers Devastation version of Optimus Prime, like the toy. And it looks like regular Optimus Prime, but like he's like the bright red from the game, and it looks sick.
That sucks that you can't get it.
I know.
You have it physically?
I have it digitally. So unfortunately, I mean,
it only has a 77 on Metacritic.
Right. I think because like it's a very, in terms of like other platinum games, it's much more simplified.
Yeah, it's only 5 hours.
Yeah. So, I mean, again, it's a good 5 hours. It's fucking awesome.
That's unfortunate. I was about to buy it on Steam.
Yeah.
But it's not there.
Yeah. I mean, I'll just download it. I'll log into my Xbox account and download it for you. But yeah, if you could track this game down somehow, please do. Please play it. It is, it's 5 hours, so it's not going to take up that much of your time. If you like Transformers, you're going to love this game.
Make a big stink.
To
get it back on Steam. There's no reason it shouldn't be on Steam.
Yeah. Hasbro, you want to get back into gaming, buy the rights to this game from Activision or from Microsoft now because they own it, and release it out into the wild. This is what you do. Because your toys are too goddamn expensive now, and you don't know how to handle D&D, so just do that. Do what I say.
Guys, thanks for watching the backlog. Goodbye.
Bye.
All right. Let's plow through.
Oh, we got to plow through so much crap.
There's still a lot of crap.
All right, the Nintendo Direct from last week.
Any standouts from this?
They showed off more of Prime 4. You get psychic abilities. Pokemon Legends ZA.
Still looks very rough.
Yeah.
Oh, the big standout for me, Rhythm Heaven Groove.
Yeah. At first I'm like, what the hell is this?
Yeah. It doesn't look as good as the other Rhythm Heavens, but it does still look good. Because I like Rhythm Heaven, so it's fun. And then they showed, this was the big deal actually, the virtual game cards.
So I have another article specifically about that.
Oh, okay, then we'll skip it.
All right.
Tomodachi Life, what else? Nintendo Today, they have an app now. Marvel Cosmic Invasion, which
this is from the people who made Shredder's Revenge.
It looks like it.
Looks like it.
Except you pick two characters.
Yes.
And you swap between the two characters.
That could be interesting.
Yeah.
They showed off Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake, Saga Frontier 2 remaster, No Sleep from Connie Date from AI, the Solmanin files. Sure. Radio remastered, Patapon and Patapon 2.
Yeah, this is a big deal because these are PlayStation games.
Yeah. Yes. And here they are on your Nintendo.
These are PlayStation games where the license was locked down so hard that the guys who made the game had to make a spiritual successor.
Yeah.
And they're just like, Nintendo can have the license.
Yeah. If you read the credits of the trailer, it said Bandai.
Yeah.
Did the port. So
this trailer is from Bandai.
Yeah. Disney Villains Cursed Cafe. It's coffee talk, but with Disney villains, so it'll sell better. Story of Seasons, The Grand Bazaar. Shadow Labyrinth, that's that dark gritty Pac-Man that you all wanted.
Yeah, this was weird. I would like to play this.
I guess I have to play it.
It doesn't look all that great, but
I know.
But I'm interested because it's Pac-Man.
Yeah, it's everybody says like it's that show Secret Level on Amazon.
Yeah.
It's Shadow Labyrinth is a spin-off of that Pac-Man episode.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to have to go watch that and then play this.
No, I'm just gonna play this. I'm not even gonna look at that. Because I like the type of game that this is.
Yeah. Where else? Witchbrook, The Eternal Life of Goldman. This is like Metroidvania, but you play as an old man.
Yeah, this looks cool.
That looks awesome.
You got a little pogo stick. It's like DuckTales.
Yeah. Ooh. Gradius Origins, a collection of like the Gradius games, including a new Gradius game, Salamander 3.
Yep.
That looks fun. Rift of the Necrodancer, Tamagotchi Plaza.
Yep.
Monument Valley, like the collection. Oh, sorry, Monument Valley 1 and 2. And then Monument Valley 3 is coming to Switch next year, or this summer rather. Hot Shots, Everybody Golf's Hot Shots, the second PlayStation franchise to appear in this Switch Direct.
Yeah, it's amazing that they're just dumping IP.
Yeah, I'm like shocked that like Sony's like, I guess they saw Horizon and was like, the Lego Horizon like was doing well. I'm like, all right, I guess we'll put more games on Switch. Maybe Microsoft was onto something.
Yeah, it's cool because Sony is seeing that they don't really have beef with Nintendo. Like that's not really their competition, but they've been releasing games. I was thinking about this. They've been releasing games on PC because they also don't see that really as competition. Yeah. They see it as a new market that they could get.
Yeah.
What happens when Xbox just makes their console into a PC? You will be able to play Sony games on it.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. And then real quick, Fantasy Life 1, King of Meat, that's me. High on Life, Lose Lagoon, Star Overdrive, and The Wandering Village, all also coming out on Nintendo Switch.
That was last week's partner direct.
Yes. People are like, the direct sucks and stuff. I think this was a good direct that came 2 years too late. If this was a year or two ago, people will think this was a good direct. I think because this was a week before the Switch 2.
Yeah.
People's expectations were too high.
My expectations were bare minimum because it was a partner direct. It said it was a part. Well, did it say it was a partner?
Well,
no, it was a regular direct.
Regular direct. Yeah.
I was expecting a partner direct because I was like, they're gonna show all the cool shit next week.
Yeah.
The only reason why it wasn't a partner direct was because of fucking Metroid. That's it. It was pretty much exactly what I expected. The weird thing is the virtual game cards.
Yes. In a surprise announcement during Thursday's Nintendo Direct, Nintendo revealed a major change to the way digital game purchases will be handled. From now on, digital Switch games will become virtual game cards that can be swapped back and forth between consoles and even borrowed by family members. For players with multiple Switch consoles, virtual game cards can be swapped between the systems at will. Local communication between the two systems is required, but only for the first time. An internet connection is required when ejecting or loading a virtual game card, but not at any other point to use the game. Crucially, there are no restrictions on the number of accounts on a Switch that can use the virtual game card. In this way, it behaves just like a physical card, and unlike the previous digital purchases, which can be used by every account on the owner's primary console, but only by the owner on the secondary console. They also require an internet connection to work on a secondary console. Answering another key frustration of families of Switch Online users, virtual game cards can be lent to other family members whose accounts are grouped together. These loans last 14 days, after which the virtual game card is automatically returned to its owner. You can only lend one game to each family member at a time.
Okay, so this had a lot of controversy. People were going nuts.
Right.
It is an attempt to make things easier and less confusing. However, the announcement of it makes it really confusing.
Yeah.
Because the nature of the way that it is set up already is very confusing.
Right.
If you think this is worse than the way that it currently is, there is an option to just do the way that it currently is.
Yes.
You could just, there's like a setting, you could just enable the way that all this is doing is, aside from the sharing, where you could share it to somebody
Yeah.
for 14 days. Aside from that, this whole system is the same as it currently is. It's just a UI that makes things a little easier. So the way that it currently is right now, if I have 2 switches, I have a primary switch and a secondary switch.
Yeah.
And the secondary switch, if I want to play a game on it, it has to connect to the internet, which is a pain in the ass if I have like a Switch Lite, because then I can't like take that on a plane. It's got to connect to the internet. A virtual game cart just takes that game and says, okay, this is the primary switch now.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It just makes it a little easier to move the game around. It's still not the most ideal. Like Steam, you can fucking play wherever you want.
Yeah.
Even Xbox, you can play wherever you want. Xbox and PlayStation do a thing where they have a primary and secondary console situation. It's like basically the same thing. But this could be a lot easier.
Yeah.
It's a little bit easier to navigate for like normal people. The sharing is cool. I got questions about that too, though. Like, I like to buy digital games because I have them all. I have every game on my Switch basically all the time. I have my whole library there. Sometimes Hannah wants to play a game, and I'm like, "Fuck!" Now I got to get it physically so that she can take it and play it. You know,
not anymore.
Well, that's the thing.
So,
like, I could, like, now what? Like, if I'm playing a game, like we played Zelda,
right?
We bought 1 copy of Zelda.
Yeah.
I'm playing Zelda. I'm done. She takes it from me, and then she starts playing Zelda.
Yeah.
And then she goes to sleep, and then I take it, and I put. You know, we're like within hours of each other. We're swapping the game. This, you move the game over to another person, and they have it for 14 days.
Yes.
Can I take it back before the 14 days?
I think so.
Can I give it back to them after that?
It doesn't. I mean, they don't explicitly say.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I want to know.
Yeah.
Can I bounce it around? Because I would like to buy the digital version of the games if I can bounce it around.
Well, it says, like, as long as your account is on the second Switch, anybody can use it. So, theoretically, if you just add your account to Hannah's Switch, transfer the game over, then Hannah can still use it. She just has to log into her account. No questions asked. That make sense?
I would have to move the game to that Switch then.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and then you can move it back and forth. Okay. That's the move then.
Yeah. I mean, it's worth a shot to try.
Well, wait.
Well, try it both ways. Try the
so the virtual game cart can be played by other people on that system.
Yes. There are no restrictions on the number of accounts on a Switch that can use the virtual game card.
That changes everything.
Yes.
So instead of, also a little stupid, instead of sharing the game with her, I'm sharing it with myself, and then she just plays it because her account is on the Switch.
Yes.
See, now they're trying to simplify it. Why not just let her play it?
I know.
Because we're on the same. You can only share if they're on the same family plan.
Right.
Yeah, and we're already on the same family plan.
I think that's more for like if I get
like a kid that's away from away to college.
Well, no, like my son gets a Switch, my daughter gets a Switch. He has his Switch, she has her Switch. He has his account on his Switch, she has her account.
Yeah, but what's stopping you from putting your account on all of their Switches and then just moving the game card over?
I guess nothing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just give me the ability so I don't have to do this ass backward workaround. The whole reason this exists is because people have been doing ass backwards workarounds.
Right. I mean, this is one of those things where like there's a very simple solution to it, and Nintendo found a very difficult way to implement it.
Yes.
You know?
Yes, exactly. Meanwhile, Steam family sharing, I just have all of your games.
Yes.
I can just do whatever I want.
Exactly.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Except for Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Fucking they won't let me give you Assassin's Creed.
You know what? It's fine. I'm like barely into Star Wars Outlaws. I have no time for Assassin's Creed.
Right. Okay. So that isn't necessarily good or bad. It's just different.
Yes. I mean, maybe it will be. Like it's an update for Switches. I don't think it's out yet, and when it comes, we'll see.
It's not, but I'll try it.
Yeah.
I'll see what happens. All right.
We can plow through the rest of these.
Okay.
I think.
Do you remember the segment I wanted to do? Did you have anything for that, or do we want to do it next week?
Do it next week.
Okay.
Yeah, because I
have a fun little thing for it.
Questions about it. Okay.
Okay.
Because I wasn't sure.
Next week we have a nice, fun new segment.
Yes.
Don't get too excited.
Yeah.
It'll be like 10 seconds long.
Yeah. All right, we'll plow through the rest of these. Apparently, Warner Brothers Games canceled a planned Hogwarts Legacy Definitive Edition, according to Bloomberg's Jason Schreier. The Definitive Edition and DLC for Hogwarts Legacy was canceled as part of an ongoing restructuring at the entertainment company's video game unit. So, Hogwarts Legacy, wild success, had planned DLC and a Game of the Year edition coming up, like all games do, and Warner Brothers decided, no. Do a sequel.
That's weird because that's like the easiest.
Especially because they announced a Switch 2 version. Like, that would be the perfect.
Well, here's what definitely happened there. They were making the Switch version.
Yeah.
Couldn't fucking do it.
Well, they released the Switch version.
Yeah, that's true. They did release it.
I guess they.
Well, that's why there's a Switch 2 version now. It's an upgraded version.
Yeah.
They could actually fix it and get it to run good.
Yeah.
All right.
But like,
I mean, working on a sequel makes sense.
It makes sense, but like,
it's
just surprising that, like, you know, the easiest thing in the world for them to do is just get a little bit more money, and they're like, no, we're not gonna. Like Warner Brothers, the company that needs money the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zelda, we got a date.
March 26th.
Because of the Nintendo Today app.
Yes, they wanted to prove there was a worthwhile download, folks.
I have not gotten the app.
Me neither. Because I figure anything important in the app is going to be reported on by other websites.
So it's going to be on Twitter.
Yeah.
So Nintendo Today is different than the Nintendo app.
Yes.
Which is dumb. They should all just be the same.
Yes.
The Nintendo app, I saw you can have a little map in Zelda, like a little GPS.
Yeah, that's part of the Switch 2 version.
It's like a second screen experience.
Yeah, you can write notes and stuff in it too.
Ooh, that's cute. But Nintendo Today, every day they give you like a news item.
Yeah.
Like they announce something.
Yeah.
Which is a little crazy. And 2 days ago, they announced
the release date for the movie. It is March 26, 2027. I just want to point out that Variety, which is where I pulled this from because I figure it's movie news. We pull it from a movie website. Variety had to start off the article with, "Hey, listen."
Yeah. That means they're gamers.
Yes. It's like when they write about comic books and they put "pow zap" in the title.
Yep. We still don't know who's in it.
No, all we know is that it's being produced by Miyamoto. This is Miyamoto and Avi Arad. Wes Ball, who directed the excellent Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, is directing it. And there's rumor that it's going to be a trilogy and that the actors are going to sign on for like 3 pictures and over the course of like 10 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe it.
Yeah. Which we'll see. I mean, we're already up to the 4th Sonic right now and a TV show. So
yeah, they could make the first Zelda and it's bad.
Yeah. But then again, they made the first Sonic and it was bad. And yet here we are.
That's a good point. All right. Netflix games boss, kids don't want a PS6.
Speaking to games,
I don't know that.
Speaking to the games business, president of games at Netflix, Alian Tazcan, says he doesn't think the current model of console games is the future of the industry. When it comes to consoles, we look at the future where the platform is agnostic, he said. Looking at the younger generation, are 8-year-olds and 10-year-olds dreaming about owning a PlayStation 6? I'm not sure. They are wanting to interact with any digital screen, whatever it is, wherever it is. Even in the car. With a console, you're thinking about high definition, you're thinking about the controller. If we look at this older model, I think it will restrain us. Dude just trying to justify the fact that they're only putting out mobile games.
Yeah, why is he even saying this?
Literally, I'm convinced it's just to justify the fact that Netflix gaming has only so far put out mobile games.
Yeah.
Or like focused on mobile. Because, like, I understand that, like, a lot of people are playing on mobile now. A lot of people are playing on PC. But, like, we said this back when Angry Birds came out. Like, everyone was... mobile is the future. Consoles are dead.
Well, I think that the industry has grown so much. It's grown past consoles. I think that that's, like, the entry level. But, I mean, well, mobile's the entry level.
Yeah.
Mobile is, like, the bottom of the barrel entry.
Yeah.
And consoles is a little bit of an upgrade. Then... thousands of dollars of PCs and shit is where you go from there and then up.
Yeah.
So there's tiers to it. And I think that the industry now is weighted towards these play all of the time games, play everywhere games like the Fortnites and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's probably what he's talking about. But still, PlayStation 5 is like a meme. Like everybody wants a everybody talks about PlayStation 5 as like a currency. Like, I want a PlayStation 5. I have 5 PlayStation 5, you know?
I mean, also too, like you look at like you said, Fortnite and Roblox and like Minecraft, like those are the most popular games right now. They're all old and they can all run on like lower powered hardware.
Yeah.
So like you can pretty much play them anywhere. But like there will always be a market for like the high end games. Like Grand Theft Auto 6 is gonna be
when Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out, he is gonna be wrong.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna want a PlayStation 5 and then very soon a 6.
Yeah.
Tony Hawk soundtrack?
Tony Hawk has claimed the decision to not bring back many classic songs for the upcoming 3 and 4 soundtrack was his decision after some fans expressed disappointment over the reveal track list. Commenting on Instagram, Tony Hawk claimed that he personally decided to introduce a mix of new and classic tracks to Pro Skater 3 and 4, stating that he hoped players would enjoy discovering new music as with the original games.
Well, why not all?
That's what I don't understand, because Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 had like 99% of the original soundtracks from those games, plus a lot of new songs.
Yeah, and if you don't have the budget, figure it out. That's like one of the biggest
That's the thing. Like,
parts of the game.
I'm watching, my kids watched the Mario Brothers movie recently, and one of the things that struck me was like comparing that to the Sonic movie. The Mario movie like went out of its way to include all the music from the games, because like Mario games, Sonic games, Tony Hawk games, the music is so tied to those specific games. Like, they're that important.
Yeah.
The soundtrack to Tony Hawk 3 and 4 are very important to those specific games. Adding new songs, sure, but like it's important to retain the original soundtracks to these games for the complete package. You're retaining all the original skaters who are all in their 50s. You know, why not retain most of the original soundtrack? Right now, I think only 5 songs from the original games are there, and it's all a bunch of
Have they announced the full track listing?
not the full. It's like been week by week.
Okay.
So like it's only like 5 songs that I know of from the original games. The rest are new stuff.
I'm hoping there's more.
I think there is, but like, so for example, in Tony Hawk 4, they had Iron Maiden's Number of the Beast in it. In this new game, it's a different Iron Maiden song.
Oh, that's so dumb.
It's like so ridiculous. Like, why? Like, just get Number of the Beast.
I like the idea of introducing new music and new skaters.
Yes, and again, Tony Hawk 1 and 2 did the same thing to great effect. This new game, I'm looking at the soundtrack. It's got good songs on it. It's got Starcrawler on it. I love Starcrawler. But like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Get with it. It leads me to believe that Tony Hawk's 3 and 4 is not a passion project like the first re-release was. This is like almost an obligation sort of thing. The fact that, you know,
this is a stepping stone to making a new game.
4 isn't like its original format. It's like been like retrofitted to be more like the first 3 games. The fact that the soundtrack is different, you know, the fact that BAM wasn't put in it until the last minute, like it feels like this is an obligation game rather than a true passion project.
Yeah.
So, but I'm gonna get the game anyway because I'm an idiot like that. Last news: Joel was right, according to Neil Druckmann.
Oh, okay.
When asked by IGN about the controversy of The Last of Us, Neil Druckmann said, "I believe Joel was right. If I were in Joel's position, I hope I would be able to do what he did to save my daughter."
Well, okay, Druckmann, not your daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean that's I think the beauty of the ending of The Last of Us is you could see it from kind of all sides. It was like a real moral.
Yeah.
And you're playing as the guy who has to make.
But by the same token, like, I don't know. I feel like the game made it explicitly clear, like, you were doing a bad thing.
They made you feel bad about it.
Yeah.
And with good reason, I think.
Yeah.
But in the way I saw it as I was playing it was, this guy thinks this is wrong and wants to do this.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't want to do this. And that sort of disconnect is what made me really like the game, because I could see it from his side, but now I'm forced to do something that I personally don't want to do.
See, I didn't think take it like that. I thought it was like he was the only one who thought what he was doing was correct.
Well, that too, yeah.
Even though like it was like explicitly clear, like this could have, great, trying to dance around the ending of The Last of Us here.
Which is
like,
a very old game.
Yes, and it is a popular TV show.
Also, a lot of mass murder.
Yes.
Straight up.
Yes.
So it's hard to justify what he was doing. But
I mean,
that's maybe Druckmann is
maybe he's
cool
on to
with-
something.
cool
Yeah.
with mass murder.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to explain to my mother-in-law. She saw The Last of Us, the TV show. I'm trying to prepare her for the season 2.
Oh, don't.
I'm like, listen to me. Did you think the first season was brutal? You are not prepared for
Yeah.
what the second season is going to be.
First episode, probably.
Oh God, yeah.
That's another thing I never finished. It was anything different about the?
No.
Okay.
As far as I
I'll
know,
just go into the second because I didn't finish the second game. So
I did. And let me tell you, by the end of it, I'm like, I don't want to play this anymore.
yeah, I stopped.
Yeah.
I got to the end and I was like, I don't want to play this.
Yeah.
I don't like it. So I'd rather watch it.
Yeah.
Anyway, is that everything?
That's it. We did it.
Okay.
Tweet of the week. Tweet of the week. Tweet of the week.
Oh, this is from last week.
Yes.
Shit, I thought you put. It
No,
was,
I
it
didn't.
wasn't purple. So I thought that I fucked up.
No,
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, we
Well, I'm just gonna use one of my own tweets.
Tweet of the week. Tweet of the week. Tweet of the week.
Will, why would you Discord with the cringe lords when you could Nintendo Switch online with your bitches at the same time?
That's a good question.
Will, why would you Discord with the bitch lords when you could Nintendo Switch chat with the brat? I don't know. I'm still trying to workshop this one. Let me know if you got anything.
Keep trying.
Okay. Anyway, we're talking to you guys now.
Yes.
We got some super chats.
Do you want to start there, or do you want to start with people who have comments on last week's Wolf Den Podcast or on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Wolf Den Podcast?
I'll start with super chats. We got Kylie, the Gamer Princess, with $4. First, she says, "Y'all live over here now? You'll live over here now. Cool. Hope you boys are well." And then they said, "I'm dumb. Just ignore my last chat." Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't. Professor Rock with $5. Make them watch the original with Hoskins and Leguizamo. Hear me out. Leguizamo as Waluigi for the next one. Trust me.
Yo, that would actually be cool.
That would actually
be cool. I'm gonna save the live action Super Mario
should
Brothers
be
movie.
involved in some way.
Yeah, I'm gonna save the live action Super Mario Brothers movie as a punishment.
John got the juice. Thanks for the $3. And that's it. Now I'm over on
Last week's.
Wolf Den.
Yes.
Nope, that's not the right link. Mensch says, "Hey guys, you guys remind me of my brother and I. We always talk about games together, and for the non-gamers in my family, we might as well be speaking a different language." That's how it started.
Yes. And now look at us.
Now look at us. I felt like I didn't have a lot of people we not just played a lot of games, but we watched a lot of game content.
Yeah.
And I didn't really know anybody that watched a lot of game content. Whatever your name is. I agree. The gaming landscape has changed dramatically from what it was even just 10 years ago. Younger generations are choosing to play one forever game and aren't too concerned with console wars or purchasing new console hardware. When you're playing Minecraft or Roblox or Fortnite, these things don't matter. An iPad will suffice. Also, when, quote, everything is an Xbox and PlayStation games are all available on PC, there's no need to buy dedicated consoles or brand new hardware all the time. My handheld gaming PC plays the best of PS5, Xbox, third-party AAA indie, and emulation. And now soon your Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
I agree with all of that.
Yeah.
While I'm reading that, I'm realizing I think kids these days are choosing to play the forever game because gaming is a lot more complicated than it was.
Yeah.
We used to just get a console and then play a game.
Yeah.
And now there's so many options
Mm-hmm.
and there's a lot of bad games.
Yeah.
So it's just easier to play the Fortnite.
Yeah. And it helps that like those games are free and they're social games, so all your friends are playing it. You can all play together.
That's another thing. When I was a kid, I played a lot of games because I would pirate them all.
Yeah.
And people don't really pirate stuff anymore.
Yeah.
Because there's consequences now. And if they were free to play games, I would be eating that shit up.
Yeah.
I would be playing so many free to play games.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's Locken. Says Zack Snyder actually referenced the anime Tetsuan Birdie or Birdie the Mighty as inspiration for Man of Steel. I don't even know what that is.
Unfamiliar with that anime.
I'll have to look it up.
Yeah.
Rustic Ronnie says Nobunaga's Ambition is really famous in Japan. Has a Pokemon spin-off game.
Nobunaga's Ambition. We talked about
Nobunga. Pokemon Conquest. I'm surprised they didn't both know this, to be honest. Also, didn't we say it eventually?
I knew. I mentioned how like it's a popular series, you know. And
I think I heard that it had a Pokemon spin-off.
Yeah.
And I couldn't reach into the back of my brain and pull that information out during the podcast. Also, I believe Dynasty Warriors was a spin-off too. Well, I'm pretty sure we mentioned that. The Persona phenomena, where the spin-off phenomenon, the Persona phenomena, where the spin-off becomes more popular than the original, and then the original becomes forgotten. Oh, the Dynasty Wars. Yeah. We got there eventually. Metalcore says Big Rigs should have a classic mode where it's the game we all know and love, and then the updated version should legitimately be not only a good game, but one of the best ever made. How awesome would that be? That would be impossible.
I'm telling you, they're just gonna release the regular ass game, and then
Cash grab.
You're gonna get the same weirdo people are gonna make a Labo VR kit for Switch 2 are gonna make a good ass version of Big Rigs.
All right, now we're in the chat for a little bit.
Yeah. So what do you got? Make it good, or else.
Where am I? I think Nintendo missed an opportunity to make Mario Paint the tech demo game. Oh, they sure did.
Oh yeah.
If they are going to make us pay for it, may as well been Mario Paint. Just give me a pack-in game.
Yeah.
Even though the Welcome Tour isn't even a pack-in.
Yeah, it's crazy that like that's not a packing.
Yeah, I can't get over that.
Yeah.
How do you feel about there being only 4 announced Switch 2 games for this year, and 2 of them are racing games? What's the other racing? Oh, Air Ride.
Oh yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
It's Nintendo. We don't usually get that many first-party Nintendo games.
Yeah.
You know? So I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
You kept saying tariffs, but the U.S. price is the same, if not more, from other countries not named Japan. Okay.
Yeah, but by the same token, they probably
Actually, games have historically been cheaper here than they are other places around the world. They're cheap here and in Japan. You like places like Australia, prices are insane. Brazil, prices are insane. We're joining them.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they they're keeping the prices high like so that it's consistent across the board, you know?
I think they're raising the prices because of the tariffs. Yeah.
And then like every other country is suffering because of it.
Yeah. So no, history says that things are definitely worse right now, and you could probably connect the dots.
Yeah.
Braden with the $7 over on YouTube says, "Hey Bob, congrats. Did you hear they made another one of those Switch things? It seems pretty fancy." I sure did hear that. Underscore says, "Yeah, in Canada it's high. In Canada, Switch 2 standalone is $630. Is that Canadian? That better be Canadian.
Yeah, I think
I don't even know if Canadian would be better or worse.
Yeah.
Add to USD. 442.
Okay.
So I don't know.
So yeah, okay. So then the Canadian price probably is $630. If the US equivalent is like 442.
Yep, it is looking
Yeah.
like $629.99. Wait,
What?
it's cheaper in Canada, but more after taxes.
Yeah.
Okay. So okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what's the point of that? Oh, the tariff situation.
Yes.
When do you guys think about, usually things are more money in Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is backwards.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was expecting a full remake of Wind Waker, not an upscaled version. Just not for $80, please. I'm more than happy with just getting the game as it was. Because like the
Yeah.
HD remakes and shit that Nintendo
Those are
does,
fine, but like those are because like there was no way to play GameCube games on
yeah,
those
like
systems.
they're not enough of an upgrade for me
Mhm.
to want to buy them outright. Like
Yeah.
having them on Nintendo Switch Online is fine. With Cyberpunk being on card, do you think the new cards are 100 gigabytes or more?
Well, they said
No.
Cyberpunk is on a 64 gig card. So I guess they were.
Oh yeah, it says it in the article that he linked.
Yeah, I guess like they must have found a way to like shrink it down to 64 gigs, or like the majority of the game is on the card, and then the rest has to be downloaded.
How big is Cyberpunk?
I don't think it's 64 gigs.
2077 file size?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's 60 gigs on PC.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. But does the Switch version come with Phantom Liberty? Yeah. Base game and a spy thrill of Phantom Liberty. Liberty. Phantom Liberty probably is a download though.
Okay.
So maybe that's how they get away with it.
I don't think Cyberpunk is that big. Especially if you're not getting the HD textures and stuff.
True.
I just don't think it's that.
Yeah.
It requires that much space. I just think it runs like shit. It's
Yeah.
just a game that, well, I mean, they fixed it now, but whatever.
The Phantom Liberty is 35 gigs on Steam.
Okay.
So yeah, that might be a separate download.
Anyway, did you guys pre-order the Switch 2? No. I will eventually. I'll pre-order it 7 times.
At this point, it's probably going to be like a year or 2, or maybe even a year for repurchase.
Are you going to go over the whiteboard to see who was wrong or right about the rumors? I guess we should have done that.
Should have done that.
This is the last thing we're doing.
Okay.
Let's see. Whiteboard. Magnetic Joy-Con. Vandal is correct.
Yes.
We got 12 gigabytes of RAM. I don't think that has been confirmed or not.
Let me see. There's a tech specs list, but like Nintendo never does like the traditional tech specs.
No, I remember the original Switch RAM we didn't find out about. Storage was LIC. I'm going to put a check there for now. I'm pretty sure they're going to be right about the RAM. Mic in controller and console. Centro leaks. Wrong. It's only in the console, not the controller. I'm not surprised that Centro leaks was wrong. 8-inch display, yes.
Yeah.
But it's 7.9.
7.9. Oh, we'll give it to him.
I think that's also Centro leaks.
Yeah.
March 2025 launch, that was already wrong, and that's this guy, TVPH. So wrong. Nintendo Switch 2, black and white Joy-Con, so that's wrong. Slightly larger, yeah, that's from FWDBWD. So they're wrong. Dual screen, that's just straight up wrong. That's Taiwan Economic Daily. $400 wrong. $500 Canadian wrong, and that's according to Costco. Also, Moisty Charlie said some shit, and he's wrong. Extra buttons on the back. Those buttons, of the Joy-Con, I think they ended up being the magnet buttons.
Yeah. So not wrong.
Not wrong. The Pro Controller does have buttons on the back, so I don't want to say that that's wrong. That's this string of Chinese characters. Larger SL and SR buttons, that's true. C button, that's true. Short curved dock, that's true. Thursday 16th was the announcement. So they were right, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. So these guys were wrong. Centro leaks, TVPH, forward, backward, FWD, BWD, Taiwan Economic Daily, Moisty Charlie, and Costco were all wrong. And the people who were right were Vandal, LIC, and this Chinese string of Chinese characters.
It does not say the RAM. of the system.
Okay, so RAM is inconclusive, but
Yeah.
I think it makes sense. They were right about the storage, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go. We can retire the whiteboard now.
All right.
Unless there's any other
Yeah.
things. I doubt it. Congratulations, everybody who won or lost the whiteboard.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it. Thanks for hanging out, everybody.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for chatting with us. As always, the WULFF Den Podcast is every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on twitch.tv/WULFFDEN and youtube.com/WULFF Den Podcast. If you can't make the show for any reason at all, we always put the archive version up over on youtube.com/WULFF Den Podcast. So you can go check us out over there on demand whenever you want. But if you prefer to listen to us rather than watch us, you can do that as well, because we're also an audio podcast on every and any podcast service, such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Pocket Cast, YouTube Podcasts, Audible.com. No matter where you get the show from, folks, please be sure to subscribe, rate, and review us, because that helps us with placement on all of those respective platforms.
I'm rating AJ now. Go watch him. I will maybe be live tomorrow, which is Thursday. And then I might have a video out this weekend if all things go well. Hopefully, I'll be able to touch the Nintendo Switch too.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here. I'll see you later. Goodbye.
Bye.